sorry for last time, but if you've never seen a Pink video before, that's a strange one to start on. And you definitely shouldn't start at this one. Start at the one previous to this one. And here's Samus!
It's Samus!
Welcome back to Metroid Prime, where, there's a very particular reason why we're playing the GameCube version of the game today.
Oh,
I do
no!
own the Wii collection, after all. But,
oh, no!
And I do actually like playing this game with the motion controls, because it works rather nicely. But there are certain things that do not work on the Wii version of the game.
Like the cheat scan jump!
One particular thing might be kind of sequence breaky, just a little bit, and there we go! First try!
My first try, do you mean I edited out all the failed attempts?
No, actually it was first try. No, not even just.
I forget if you've seen the Lego movie or not.
I did. First try.
I haven't, because I don't watch movies.
The
ever.
sequence break boots!
Okay. So this is one thing I'm doing with the run just to have a bit of fun, is a little bit of sequence breaking.
Warning. Jump. Warning, your actual jump may vary. She like jumps to the freaking ceiling in this that.
Oh, so
why are we sequence breaking? You're playing the game. You know, Retro actually really doesn't like sequence breaking, which is funny considering they made a freaking Metroid game.
Yeah. So like, how does that glitch work exactly? If you know?
It has to do with your like y axis. I forget which axis it is, but your movement gets like accelerated while you're scanning because of how it snaps the screen, and it like forgets to not apply that to your movement when you release or something like that. I don't know the technical.
It's a little bit funky, but it allows you to get up there when you're really not supposed to. So now we effectively have what is a double jump. It's pretty much the extent of it.
Rocket League.
And to be perfectly frank, the reason why I'm always happy to do that sequence break is because the time that you get the space jump is so annoyingly and unnecessarily backtracky that it's like a savior of about 10 to 15 minutes of dicking around just to get back here and then go back to where you were.
I mean, you do realize that you're playing a Metroid game, right?
I know, but usually with the backtracking it's not quite that. It's just there's nothing in between is the problem. It's like I can snag about one missile expansion in Magmore going to and from, and that's about it. Here's the pirate data. We'll read those, like, I'll do a big reading of the log.
This is a secret layer!
Oh, by the way, guys, the sequence break might have had another little problem. What's been drawn in this? I haven't been there before.
Wait, what?
It's pointing to the power-up you're supposed to get after the space jump. And I'm like, oh, whoops. I didn't realize that was going to be a thing. Where is it? There it is. The system off.
Stop telling me how to play the game. You don't control me.
Because it will be reminding me of that for the rest, like, until I get that far in the game if I don't turn that off.
Oh dear.
Use missiles,
the hint
dummy.
system always seemed pretty helpful, but I
mean,
guess if you break it, then...
Yeah.
It's broken. The interesting thing about this game is the beams have like how Samus's hand is supposed to be positioned in the cannon to make the beam or something.
Yeah, if you have the X-ray visor, you can see that.
I don't think she's
really
actually.
Neat.
I don't think she's actually making the precise hand sign, but
she's making different hand signs per beam. I don't know if they match up with the icons.
It is a neat little thing, though. Like, Retro really tried to make a lot of sense of Samus's nonsense.
Yeah.
Which is
the fact that the arm cannon kind of like morphs for the different beams is cool too.
Yeah.
Overall, this, like, some people may not agree overall that it's a good conversion, but Jesus, I like this game.
Wait, I think basically the general consensus is that this is like the best Metroid game. At least the best 3D one.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to do about that one. 2's not terrible, and 3 is... I got opinions on 3.
When I think about 2, I just think about, like, Torvis Bog and...
and how it bogs the game down.
Well, Torvis Bog is hardly the boggiest part of the game, really.
It starts, so it's where...
Like, all the Dark World key piece hunting or whatever is probably the slowest parts.
The lack of flavor, strangely enough, about the Dark World and all the keys and stuff. It's like, if you can't... Elevators! If you can't like, justify your collectibles, it becomes more tedious.
And the Dark World is kind of like the same everywhere.
Speaking of masking loading times, the elevators between worlds, because they had to load like completely different tile sets and resources. So
oh, elevator between worlds. That's my favorite Zelda game.
This is good in context because of what I'm currently posting videos of.
Wow, now we dated the video. Good job.
Yeah,
I like how they like the Chozo stuff that you haven't read yet is shimmering. We came up with this neat little shimmery wall technology to put on our old walls, make them look pretty.
Make it look pretty, and to make it so anybody that happens to have Chozo quality scan visors will know. Also,
it's space wallpaper.
I'm probably driving people crazy by not scanning the small energy pickups yet. Demonstrating.
Yeah, I thought you had to do that.
Are you doing like the space jump glitch too, where you like snap your view upwards to jump higher? I thought, is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing.
It's more of a jump longer. I could actually get that missile expansion right now, but Haspy's gonna get bored real fast, and we'll move on to going for the proper missile launcher first.
I'm bored.
There's another little neat visual effect that I think I just saw crop up a little while ago, where if you shoot enough, like there's like steam coming out of the beam or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Steam beam.
Steam beam.
Mostly only happens with the power beam because you are mashing the crap out of the A button at the time.
Oh
well,
yeah.
Each of the no, I actually each beam has a different effect. Like, but most of them are while you're charging. Like the ice beam freezes over, the wave beam like sends electric bursts through your arm, and the plasma beam has like, while you're charging it, it has like heat molecules rising from it.
There's a lot of just little animation stuff in this game. Also, people are gonna be like, why do people clearing your throat so much? God damn. And I'm like, because I do, goddammit. Haven't you listened to any of my other videos?
Unusual poisonous activity, bad thing you have to kill.
Now that I think about it, in the Wii release that bundled all of them together, didn't a lot of those little visual effects get removed?
Yeah, I think so, for no good reason, really.
Wasps.
It's probably because they were like recycling code between the
Space
three games.
wasps! Yeah, probably.
Also, yeah, scan the hive too. It's not just the wasps.
Yeah.
This is a wasp house. It's made of spit.
Yay.
Another gross
space
wasp
spit.
things.
Space spit. And space paper. And space enzymes.
I love how if you don't save, you still get your energy restoration, but it doesn't do the whole animation.
It's nice of Metroid Prime to acknowledge that wasps are the evil ones and not put the blame on bees for once.
Bee lives matter.
Oh dear.
It almost sounded like bee wives matter.
Oh yeah, bee waifus. It's the latest craze to hit the nation.
Please no.
Well,
but bee waifus would be cute.
There was a bee waifu in Banjo-Tooie, I think.
You sure that wasn't like Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Banjo. Rare likes the giant animal lady waifus with giant bosoms.
Bosoms. The bee bosoms.
Help!
Do you wonder if they're B cup or are they larger?
They're much larger than B cup.
Help!
I know this for certain.
Help, boss!
Oh, that's the boss button, right? Or is the
It appears that you must cross. It appears that you must be a sucker to continue.
Yes, it appears that you must trigger an event.
You know, now I think about it, I wonder if you could just like space jump further down the bridge and hop up onto it.
I'm pretty sure you can, but it like glitches up this room. Something awful.
Should be able to scan it. It's like, this is an event flag.
Oh man, are they, yeah. I think that's the most irrelevant scan in the game. It's like, it appears you must cross this bridge.
Also, yeah, make sure that if you're trying to get all the scans, that you scan the hive mecha as well as war wasps.
These are special wasps. These are Wasp Deluxe.
They're ram war wasps because they specialize in ramming you off the cliff.
Here we see that the Chozo were actually evil because they're in league with. They have a machine that's in league with wasps. So we see that they're not as benign as we might think.
Maybe the wasps are hyper intelligent and took over the machine, or maybe the machine produces the wasps as a defense mechanism.
For a first timer, this is actually like a legitimately dangerous mini boss because if you fall somewhere where there's not immediately a ledge, like I keep doing because I keep backing up too far, you can end up pretty deep under the poison, and navigating when you're stuck in water physics before your health all drains out can be a bit of a pain.
I like that. That just needs to be a qualifier. Oh, this freaking awesome animation of you getting a thing. Yeah, I got a thing!
Yeah. Our chance upgraded.
So as I was trying to
missiles!
As I was trying to say, I produce wasps as a defense mechanism. That's like an orphan punchline now, but it's still hilarious to me.
That's almost a Metal Gear boss.
You can, you can actually get the Morph Ball first if you skip to the space jump, which makes your sequence breaking even weirder, because you're not sequence breaking efficiently even.
Well, the problem is, I'm also trying to scan everything, so I was worried that if I sequence break too hard, that the event flag to start the Hive Mecha might not actually be there.
Isn't it cool that even individual shots are light sources in this game? But then, an anti-cool thing is that the hit markers on these are extremely flat, which you can see when you go through a door, and you can, like, there's this just flat disc of light that's the impact marker. You can see it everywhere.
When they just kind of overlap two different textures, so it like cuts off after the hit marker like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's the large energy scan. Now we just need the small energy scan.
Slightly larger energy. Hooray! We need a separate scan for this.
I forget when I remember to actually scan a small energy.
It would be funny if there was a point in the game, like past which small energy just stopped dropping because you have too much HP.
Well, that's a thing that happens.
Hey,
do you hear what she just said though? I forget when I remember. Yeah, that's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Phrases that
I forgot to remember.
Brimstone is weak to missiles.
Brinstar is weak to missiles?
I think it said Brimstone.
What's Norfair? Yeah, it is Brimstone. But what's Norfair weak to? Brinstar.
High jump boots.
Okay, one thing that Metroid 2 did right is make missile doors red again. Make missile doors red again. Yeah.
You mean you said Metroid 2.
Well, that game doesn't actually exist, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Totally.
It doesn't. No, and the better version of it was stricken from the record.
Oh, okay.
Look, the map is cool.
Yeah.
Also, big.
Also, the map spoils what beams are in the game.
Oh gosh, the plasma beam. Using actual plasma instead of weird Japanese green stuff. I mean, you can debate about which is cooler, but actual
green plasma is the top export of Space Tokyo.
Space Tokyo. San Francisco too.
Because in the future, Japan is entirely Tokyo, if you didn't know.
Oh, right.
Because, like, at least that's what video games teach me.
Snap unlocking. I think I only recently learned that Tokyo just means like Eastern capital. I'm like, great, you have the most least inspired name ever.
Yeah.
It's like Washington, the capital.
Look, not everything can be named as creatively as such nonsense as like the Japanese fish, or God, I think what the Afro one was.
The Japanese fish? What?
I had a very strange Civilization 5 game with Lena.
I like how in this great wide world that someone decided to name a fish and a mammal the same thing to confuse people.
I remember what it was now. It was the Japanese fish was my capital, and then the city above it was called the Mighty Afro. Because it took on, like, the shape
So basically what you're saying is that one of your distant ancestors is responsible for naming Tokyo.
I somehow doubt that.
Pink.
Leave it! What? I'm not sure if I get bored this time or if I actually pull it off. It's one of the two.
Pulling it off!
I pull it off!
It has been pulled.
You don't need the boost ball to get up here if you're clever Dickens.
Except you're normally supposed to get the space jump after getting the boost ball.
I think you derailed my train of thought by talking about fish. Because now I'm just thinking about how I used to have a shirt that had a fish on it that was called like the Hama Hama Nuku Nuku Apua or something like that.
Not the Hama Hama Nuka Nuka Apua.
Yeah, it was like...
Red-eyed woolly spider.
No, that's exactly what I thought of. But I think there is a bit. Okay, pro tip: you can jump over the boss fight here. I'm pretty sure. No, she didn't make it. Like if you're cheating with the space jump, you can skip this.
I guess you've already scanned this thing. God, Samus must have some whiplash.
Samus is just like, I'm letting auto targeting, and her like arm is rapidly jerking around. She's like, ow.
She just closes her eyes.
She closes her, like, standing there whistling while her arm is like moving all unnaturally.
Turn on the auto fire button.
Just see it jerking around like an alert squirrel or something.
Yeah.
She's got a turbo controller built into her arm cannon.
Speaking of alert squirrels, this is nothing like a squirrel.
No, it's not.
I love its little starting animation. Like, where are you? Where are you? It's cute. It's a charge forward into a wall boss, like every boss ever in every video game.
And it's a boss that becomes a regular enemy later on, if I remember.
Yeah, because it dies in like one hit to most charge beams.
Okay.
Not doing its one job very well.
It's like building up its courage to attack you.
It's like,
and
okay, last couple of times didn't go so well. Do I really want to do this a third time? Do I? Okay, I do.
So did the Chozo like mass produce all your power-ups?
I was gonna say, fortunately, yeah, they just had a spare how to become a ball laying around here for us. Yeah, yay! How to become a ball acquired. Did you know?
Press the ball button to ball.
I think the original name of the morph ball is something like Marumari, which just like means ball form or something. Or could be.
Yeah,
I could be
like
incorrect because I thought Tama meant ball.
It's something like that.
Sphere. Become a sphere. That was one of my favorite Penny Arcade comments. It's like, oh man, you're gonna love how these statues work. First, become a sphere. Become a what?
Oh man, I remember that.
And then it breaks through the stone wall and jumps 10 stories down. How do you get back up? I have no idea.
Was that this Prime or the second one?
No, it was the third one, actually.
Oh,
because it was those stone rhinos that were actuated by the morph ball, conveniently enough.
Is this the part where I do another thing? It is. There's a power-up over there. I know it's over there.
This is one of those games where you get way too many missiles to be useful, but that only happens about mid-game, I think.
Speaking of nonsense jump mechanics, you actually do have to do the
Yeah. the Samus gets depressed and then gets the will to jump farther somehow. Because she has to stare at the ground and then snap her neck up to... How does jumping work in this game?
Well, it carries the momentum of her neck into the jump.
Hey guys, it's the grapple beam thing, how you're supposed to get over here.
Screw the grapple beam, that fell off my arm hours ago.
Fastbee is happy with her accomplishments.
Hooray for Past Pink.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is, for some reason, the camera panning up after you aim downward in this game, it gives you, like, more forward momentum, so you can end up jumping really far that way.
Without Past Pink, there would be no Future Pink.
What about Present Pink?
Present Pink is the only pink that you can experience.
Yeah.
In real time.
They're stuck experiencing me through past recordings, and sometimes live streams.
Experience Past Pink through Present Pink. Take a look into the past future.
Of course, you won't be experiencing this until Future Pink. So.
Oh no. Conundrums! Only the people in the future will be able to experience the past!
Metroid Prime 4, Conundrums.
Conundrum's a good word, though.
Yeah, but it sounds like a subtitle for Metroid Prime. You got, like, echoes and then corruption.
Corruption!
Conundrums.
That's just Metroid Prime 5 problems.
So,
Samus's problems have fixed too.
Amidst all of our laughter and things, you might be hearing this, like, bizarre kind of
That is the natural distress cry of the power-up.
Yeah, it means that there's a power-up somewhere nearby. And it is, like, the most aggravating thing in this game, because you can hear them. And there are so many times where you can't actually get them yet, but you can hear them!
I was gonna mention that, but then you mentioned it.
They are mewing for their mother. They're like, Mommy, please collect me.
Hey, this is actually a creature scan, but since there's a runic symbol under it...
Runic? How is it runic to Samus? It's like, hey, there's the letter A down here. Shouldn't Samus know this language?
Well, I mean...
She grew up on, not this planet.
That just means that Chozo letters are called runes instead of letters, so...
But that isn't rune like a...
Ow! Sir, you were supposed to stay in the wall for a bit! You cheeky little bird vine thing!
Oh man, spraying steam for effect.
Oh man, steaming up your visor.
Yes, look, we can do this! Also shooting at a wall to reflect Samus's eyes, which is probably one of the coolest effects in a video game ever. Coolest relevant effects in a video game ever, I should say.
Isn't there, like, a rumor that there's gonna be some sort of Metroid Prime related announcement at E3?
Wow, way to really date this video.
Yeah, I know.
Right at the end! Right at the freaking end!
But I wanted to segue into asking if you'd want to see Metroid Prime Pinball 2, Metroid Prime Hunters 2, or Metroid Prime Federation Force 2.
Oh, God. No. The pain! The suffering! The stopping this recording.